Episode 9 is set to end the Skywalker saga and the sequel trilogy itself by writer and director J.J. Abrams and Chris Terrio. This is Mike Zero. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, just the other day, you guys may or may not have heard that there was actual footage shown to some shareholders during the Disney shareholder meeting, in which they showed exclusive footage to only the shareholders for Avengers Endgame, The Lion King, and even Star Wars Episode 9, and a whole lot more. So a lot of people have been wondering exactly what's going on with Episode 9 right now. We do know that there's no title reveal as of yet. We're still waiting on that teaser trailer to drop on April 11th. A lot of people are really curious about the marketing of this movie. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film, and thankfully, all thanks to Steele Wars podcast, we actually got to learn a little bit more about what was shown during the Disney shareholder meeting. If you guys would like to go ahead and check out the full podcast, it will be linked below in the description. But in the meantime, let's go over the details that were provided about the footage that was shown to the shareholders for Episode 9. Now, specifically, alright, this is where things get very interesting. Lando has a purple outfit in the same vein as when he was seen in Empire Strikes Back. It's pretty reminiscent. Lando was on the Falcon and had a similar reaction to Han in The Force Awakens. So essentially, Lando's appearance in the footage was very similar to the Chewie, we're home, sequence in which we saw many years ago when it was first shown at Star Wars Celebration. Now, the other one of which is Kylo was in a white room and some kind of object opened up to reveal Vader's helmet. Kylo looked pretty down. So like I say, we went over, parts of these footage descriptions just the other day, except these are more detailed, letting us know more details about what was actually going on. So next up, Kylo has the same hair as The Last Jedi. Confirmation that he's not bald. Heard to say where Kylo was during this sequence. It could be Kylo's ship. No mentions of The Last Jedi backlash during the event. Starship hangar sequence with a huge explosion and troopers flying all over the place. Rebel blockade runner in a hangar on a glossy, overgrown type environment. No title was revealed. Rey was seen with Chewie's bowcaster, and according to Scott, it seemed like she might have been getting ready to fire it. She was with other Resistance members during the sequence. Very little dialogue, but Rey, Finn, and Poe are going on a mission together. Multiple pieces of footage that show the three of them together. No Chewbacca in any footage. Scott urges people to cool down their jets and thinks that he will have plenty of screen time in the film. The footage was about a minute long. The blue lightsaber was shown many times throughout the footage. Rey is wearing a white/cream colored outfit, like what was seen in the hugging photo that was shown by JJ. The characters were seen riding space horses or something similar, unfinished animation/CGI on the animal creatures that were cropped out of the shot. No Carrie Fisher, no Mark Hamill, no Gleason, and no Grant were shown in the footage. No sign of Rose Tico. Now, apart from Steele Wars podcast, other people that were a part of the shareholding meeting with Disney actually expressed that there was a sequence where Rey was actually attached to wire work. Daisy Ridley was attached to wire work, doing a somersault or a front flip, if you will, in mid-air with an ignited blue lightsaber, holding that Force FX type lightsaber in mid-air, doing a front flip. So this sounds like it's most likely going to take place during the rumored zero gravity fight scene. Not a lightsaber duel per se, but an actual battle scene. There's supposedly a zero gravity scene in this movie, but it could also just mean that Rey is actually doing a regular front flip in mid-air. Like I say, we do know that J.J. Abrams and, Chris Terrio are trying to evolve the characters of Kylo Ren and Rey in this story in order to do something very unique that's really going to fit the characters and have a lot of the similar choreography elements from the prequel trilogy in this movie, and I think that's a wonderful thing for sure. And additionally, that ship that was actually described to have a lot of white lights on the inside is said to be on that jungle world, and Naomi Ackie's character was also said to be riding on some of the space horses. So what's really intriguing about all of this, guys, the first thing that I do want to go over is how Lando Calrissian's piece of footage in the sizzle reel is very similar to the reaction of Han Solo in The Force Awakens. The Chewie we're home moment in The Force Awakens is apparently pretty much, a copy and paste version of that with Lando Calrissian in Episode 9. The other one that I do find very interesting, though, is the emotions going through Kylo Ren as he sees the Darth Vader helmet. So we're now learning a little bit more about these details of the footage that were shown a couple of days ago, where Kylo Ren appears to be somewhat depressed / down as he looks at the Darth Vader helmet. So something is definitely going on with Kylo Ren in this movie. The other one that I do want to go, more into is how it's hard to say where Kylo was during the sequence. It could be Kylo Ren's ship, and also, alright, the Starship hangar sequence with a huge explosion and troopers flying all over the place. Now, this is most definitely the one that takes place during the third act of the movie, at the very end of the film. That's really going to be a battle between the Resistance, the First Order, and a different faction as well. Anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.